Michelle Obama says she's dealing with low-grade depression, and she says this is the time to talk about it. Let's get right to it. Here is the buzz. In the latest episode of her podcast, the former First Lady says seeing what she calls, quote, the current administration's hypocrisy is dispiriting. Obama added that the mounting stories of black people being wrongfully arrested, killed, or dehumanized have been weighing on her. And reflecting on the pandemic, Obama also said she found people who refuse to wear masks frustrating. Also trending, the prices at grocery stores. As millions of Americans are struggling with unemployment, grocery prices continue to climb. Now, the price you pay for beef now is up more than 20%. Eggs are up more than 10%. Experts say the price jump is likely tied to more people eating at home versus going to restaurants. But the spiking prices, they mean many families can't afford the food they need. And it looks like most major cruise lines are going to be delaying their restart until October. Carnival and Royal Caribbean are among the companies suspending service, but really it's an industry-wide decision. Carnival guests are being offered an enhanced value package of a future cruise credit and onboard credit or a full refund. Now, if conditions here in the U.S. change, cruise lines say they will consider an earlier restart.